I'm Megan Edwards of Focus Communications, and today we're getting the latest updates from Kuya Silver, which trades on the Canadian Stock Exchange under the symbol KUYA. And joining me today again is Kuya's President and CEO, David Stein. David, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. My pleasure.
Now, for our listeners who are still new to the Kuya story, could you give us a brief introduction to the company?
Maybe what I'll do is go show our disclosures, of course, important disclosures. Please read this. Also on our website, by the way, if you download the presentation. Maybe I'll talk about Kuya using this slide. So, Kuya, we're a company that's got a lot going on. We have our Bethania silver mine in Peru that we are, fast tracking into production. And, that's sort of represented on the yellow track there. I think it's something that's very unique about Kuya is that we've got a project that can go into production very near term and within months if or when we pull the trigger. And it's a, very high grade silver mine that's been in production in the recent past. So with some, we know a lot about it and we've got a good history with it. On the exploration side, though, we've got also a lot of exciting opportunities at Bethania. And, we've sort of consolidated a district around the mine over the past few years. And we're just starting to explore that district as well as the mine area itself, which has, got a lot more silver potential, we believe. And then we've also got our second project in Northern Ontario, Canada, which we call Silver King. So that's an overview of the company. We've got production, we've got exploration, two different projects.
And last time we had you on, we discussed the company's Carmelitas prospect at Bethania. And last week you announced an update from your sampling program. Could you give us a quick overview of that news release?
Sure. One thing, that I like to highlight is the fact that, exploration in the Bethania district is pretty easy. The veins, these epithermal silver polymetallic veins, most of them come right to surface. And so by doing some old-fashioned prospecting, we're able to, find these veins, sample them, and essentially figure out where we're going to drill in the future and basically define the targets without having to take a lot of, extra drilling risk. And, the Carmelitas, and we've demonstrated that in the past with the main Bethania project, the mine concession itself, which is this red or pink rectangle here. That's where the mine is located on the western third of that property. We started to do some exploration in the middle part there as well. And then the press release that you referred to is Carmelita. So we went over to this other target that we have called Carmelitas. It's actually a former artisanal kind of mine, so a little bit smaller scale than Bethania, but still, was producing, silver polymetallic material up until a few years ago. And then we made we did some sampling there, got some good results. And then also further to the north, kind of made a new discovery of another cluster of veins, which we're calling Carmelitas Norte.
And the Carmelitas Norte discovery is located 1.2 kilometers north of the Carmelitas main zone. From a geologic perspective, are you seeing similarities in the mineralization at these two zones?
I mean, yeah, from what we can see on surface, they are similar. However, if anything, I'd say Carmelitas Norte is even more similar to Bethania than the main Carmelitas mine is. And it's still early days in both targets. But, the Carmelitas Norte mineralization just seems to be a little bit thicker, got some a little bit better results in terms of the silver grades there. And so both of them are, look like they have, high grade, polymetallic, lead, zinc, silver, et cetera, et cetera. But the results were just a little bit better at Carmelitas Norte. Now that could be a function of just where we happen to sample in this particular program. But we like what we see there. It's looking like a very, very exciting prospect, and it's basically a brand new discovery.
And can you discuss some of the results from this campaign as you return some very high grade samples at the Carmelitas Norte?
Yeah, I mean, it was an initial, kind of prospecting program where our geologists, were mapping veins and then, taking samples on those veins, where they see mineralization, and so the best one we got, actually, maybe I can zoom in, is right here where I'm pointing, is the 1944 silver equivalent, which is, I think, 13, 15 grams per ton of that was silver, and then the rest is lead, zinc, and gold. So that's right on a intersection, by the looks of it, of two vein structures, which is very similar to what we see at Bethania. We tend to get these sort of thicker and higher grade zones where two mineralized structures intersect, and and then you can see that any of the red dots or stars are where we've got higher grade above 500 grams, which is higher than our resource grade at Bethania, by the way. And then the other ones, even though they're lower grade, they're very highly anomalous and highly unusual to see that, and so a really good indicator of what could be richer at depth.
Is there a potential for this area to be a continuous target where mineralization in between the zones is just beneath the surface?
Yeah, I mean, certainly that is possible. And we kind of see that at Bethania as well, where the initial discovery is made on the ridges or on the hills, but it goes hundreds of meters deeper, sort of below the valley floor in the case of Bethania, and so we could have something similar here at Carmelitas as well.
And to wrap things up, could you let us know what the next steps at Carmelitas are and what investors can expect from Kuya in the Bethania district as we head into 2023?
Well, I think we would probably first go in and do more detailed sampling and possibly some geophysics, just to, again, refine our targets a little bit more. And then we'd go into drilling would be the next phase. The one other thing we are looking at with Carmelitas, and this would be in the main zone only, is that we do have some underground, we do have some adits in the side of the hill there. So to the extent that we can get in there safely and do some sampling underground, that is a possibility as well, which would give us data in a third dimension rather than just being on surface. But yeah, so there'll be lots of work being done over the coming months, and then that'll all lead up to a drill program.
Well, thanks again for your time today, David. We're looking forward to having you back on with additional updates very soon.
Yeah, I mean, great to have this second target at the Bethania district. It's really exciting.
Have a great day.
Thanks.